Hi Libra, happy holidays. I hope that at the very least you are having a very peaceful and relaxing time. I know not everybody gets to celebrate with family and have this big huge ordeal, so yeah, I hope you have a lot of warmth and peace in your life. So this is going to be your January 2019 monthly reading, and I'm going to do 3 short readings in one. The first one is going to be a general energy reading. The next one will be a love reading, and then the third will be a career and money reading. Okay, for Libra, January 2019. Let's see what we got. First card is the Wheel of Fortune. So this is the main energy. We have 3 supporting cards next. So we have the 4 of Pentacles, the 8 of Pentacles, and the Hanged Man. So the Hanged Man wanted to pop out earlier, so it's just meant to be. So we have the Wheel of Fortune as the main energy. So you have a lot of movement forward coming your way. You're gonna kind of be propelled into a new direction where you're gonna be learning a lot. You're gonna be there's a lot to gain from. Okay. We have the 4 of Pentacles here, which in this deck is a card about a person who is very much about themselves and takes and takes and takes from other people, and just in order to really just kind of hoard things for themselves, right? Has no regard for anybody else's well-being, just looking out for themselves. And then we also have the 8 of Pentacles next to that. So what I'm getting here is that you're deciding to stop investing or putting effort into possibly a relationship, a situation where you feel that you're being taken advantage of, okay? And we have the Hanged Man here. So in doing that, you're kind of distancing yourself from whatever this is, and you're kind of watching just things play out. You're not, like I said, you're not putting any effort anymore. And that's really going to benefit you because with the Wheel of Fortune here, that's going to get things going in a new direction that is really going to benefit you, and it's going to be really great for you. Okay, let's pull some more cards. So I am using the Ostara Tarot for the first cards that I pulled, and then this is the Linestrider's Tarot. January, really good time to kind of pull away from, you know, people, situations where you feel you're being taken advantage of, where I feel like that's been kind of a major theme in all of the readings that I've done. This whole issue of reciprocity, kind of pulling away from people who are taking advantage of you or who are always just taking and taking. Also kind of reevaluating those relationships and acknowledging that that's happening. That's been a major theme in these readings as well. Overall, a good thing for you though, pulling away and allowing for other bigger, more awesome things to come your way. All right, let's see. 7 of Pentacles. Yeah, so a lot of this energy is very, very much you kind of standing back and just allowing for things to happen. Allowing for maybe making room for good things to come in, and not necessarily forcing those things, not necessarily forcing other people to reciprocate, right? So you're just kind of like just not putting any more effort into that anymore. 9 of Pentacles, right on with what I was saying. You are just kind of taking time to maybe be alone, and also just focus on yourself. Again, you know, standing away from anybody, or getting away from situations where you are being taken advantage of. Queen of Pentacles. Okay, that's really all the cards I need to pull. So yeah, so you're not going to be investing in anyone else, in anyone else's needs. You're really going to be focused on yourself and kind of just allowing things to happen. No more effort into relationships or hanging around with people who don't really give as much as they receive from you. Okay, so let's move on to your love reading. Let's see what we got for love. Okay. For January 2019, Libra, what messages do we have that are going to serve your highest good? Ooh, got a jumper. 3 of Wands in reverse. Let's see. Something might end up being too complicated. We'll see. 2 more really good shuffles. And like I said, this is the Ostara Tarot. Watch out for that sweat mustache. All right, we have the Star. Beautiful. Wow, Wheel of Fortune, Star. And we have the 8 of Swords in reverse. That's good. The 8 of Cups in reverse. And we have the High Priestess in reverse. Okay. So I see here that that there might be some healing going on in regards to possibly a relationship that you're in, or if you're single, maybe you're just taking time to do some healing right now before you get back into like the dating scene or something like that. The reverse 7 of Swords shows that you are kind of breaking free from this mindset where you were really limiting yourself and you really felt caged almost. You maybe are entering the space where you're feeling a little bit more liberated. However, I don't know that you know how to go about that, right? Because I think it's been very difficult for you to be able to overcome these sort of like maybe negative thoughts, you being too attached to these emotions that weren't necessarily allowing you to move on, to move forward in any new relationship or within your current relationship. I feel like this has brought some great healing to you. The fact that you are moving away from feeling trapped in your thoughts and being trapped by hurtful, painful experiences. And I think it's great. However, it's really difficult for you to understand how to kind of be now, if that makes any sense. We have the High Priestess in reverse, which is showing that there's some blockage in the sense that you're not really connecting with your inner self. You're not really paying attention maybe to your intuition. I don't feel that though. I feel more like you're having a hard time connecting to your intuition. And I feel like you're maybe feeling a little bit like off kilter or off balance. You're not really understanding which way to move forward is what I'm getting. And that's totally understandable. You know, in the healing process, sometimes it's very difficult to know how to be outside of this mindset where you were kind of in survival mode, or when you were possibly just always kind of hurt, always sad, depressed, possibly feeling like you couldn't really do much with yourself. You were kind of tied down by all of this baggage. It's hard when you finally want to move away from that and you take strides in doing so. You're kind of left at a place where you're like, okay, what now? I'm so used to being in that space where I was bogged down with so much baggage and all of these painful memories, experiences, that now it's like, what do I do, right? So that's kind of what I'm feeling for you. And that could be whether you're in a relationship or outside of a relationship. It could be that you're wanting to heal the relationship. You're wanting to kind of open up and stop kind of living in the past, possibly, or stop being affected by hurtful experiences, by anxiety, fear that something might go wrong. I'm not sure. Trust. Maybe you want to be able to trust your partner now. I'm not sure, but whatever it is, you're not really sure how to go about it, and you're maybe not sure if being in the relationship is what you want to continue to do. But it's just been really hard for you to leave the relationship. There's just a lot of emotions there that kind of tie you there. But maybe you know that in order to heal, you have to leave a relationship behind, or leave some emotional attachments behind, yet you're confused about it. Let's see. But we have some major healing. Some beautiful things coming your way with the star there. I'm just wondering what it is that you're confused about, or maybe some things have become apparent to you with the High Priestess in reverse. Maybe some truths that will ultimately help you move towards some healing. We have the Three of Pentacles, so definitely other people involved in this. We have the Queen of Swords. Yeah, so back to the whole truth thing. It could be that now, after seeing things, I don't know why with the Queen of Swords here, I see more now with seeing things the way they actually are, in terms of your relationship with other people, in terms of what you've tried to maybe build, or what you've whatever partnerships that you've had. Seeing things for what they really are kind of propelling you, are kind of prompting you to seek some healing. And I think honestly with the star here, if you are thinking about maybe cutting some people out of your life, cutting off certain relationships, or accepting the truth, accepting things for what I don't know why I keep thinking that, like accepting things for what they really are, looking at things for what they really are, like being really honest with yourself. No more like confusion. With the High Priestess in reverse here, it's almost like you're overcoming some sort of confusion, possibly. And even though you may not know where exactly you'll end up after cutting these people off, or after ending certain things, accepting certain truths, ultimately it's in your best interest to do so. Ten of Cups in reverse. Yeah, I don't need to pull any more cards. Ten of Cups in reverse as well. yeah, you're disappointed by some sort of relationship that didn't go well. So if you have a partner, if you're partnered up right now, you're kind of disillusioned. You know that in a sense this has to end, whatever it is. It could be, I don't know, if there's some lies or there's some secrets that are going on, you know that you have to put an end to that. If it's you lying in your relationship, or if you feel your partner is lying to you, or if your partner is lying to you, there will be an end that comes to that, or just a relationship as a whole. If that needs to end, I think that even though it's been hard for you to end it, you know that in order for you to move on to better things, to move on to be able to heal from certain things that maybe you've experienced in your relationship, you have to end those relationships that aren't really like bringing the best out of you. And if you're single, I get more the sense that there's some deep healing that you need to go through in order for you to find that star, right? To find that like great relationship that it is that you're seeking, to find that great partner. There is some healing that needs to be done first before you can finally kind of see the way in terms of you finding that person. So maybe right now you're just too closed off. You're working on yourself, you're healing, so that's great. But it's possible that, like I said, that'll open kind of a new path for you. All right, so let's move on to money and career. Really well for money, career, January 2019. What messages does Libra need here? What guidance can we offer Libra to serve their highest good? I'm like a little tense after that love reading. I'm just like, whew. Here we go. Oh, we got a jumper again. Or the Emperor in reverse. Okay. Okay, we have the Six of Swords as a main energy. We have the Eight of Pentacles. We have the Eight of Wands. And we have the Two of Coins or Pentacles. Okay, so you're moving away from something that I feel has not worked out for you, okay, and has caused you a lot of struggle and pain, even. So it could be that in relating to a job, or some sort of maybe your career that you're currently in, you've grown comfortable in a sense, right? And like I've always said, just because you're comfortable in something doesn't mean that it's good for you, okay? And especially with the Eight of Pentacles here. In this deck, the Eight of Pentacles is talking about a false sense of security or a false sense of comfort, right? So you may be in a situation where you're comfortable, but just because you've been there for a long time, just because you've been exposed to it for so long, you've grown familiar in that setting, and that's what's making you comfortable there. And we have the Eight of Wands, which is a card about really kind of like approaching something that you know is needs all of your energy, right? It needs all of your effort. And then we have the Two of Pentacles here. So we have, in moving away from whatever it is that you want to move away from in January 2019, maybe you just lost a job, or maybe you are leaving a job, and you have grown comfortable there because it's what you've kind of always known, right? Not necessarily good for you. And I think you've been trying to, for a long time, maybe balance that out. Maybe you've tried to make it work for you in a sense, but you understand that you need to move on to something that maybe, you know, maybe you're more passionate about, right? Whatever it is that you're moving towards, I see that it's really what makes you feel more exhilarated. It makes you feel really good. It kind of brings out a lot of energy, right? Whereas sometimes, you know, people will be in a job for a long time, and it's just kind of grunt work. It's like the same thing every day, all the time. You grow, there's not really any passion that you put into it anymore. The passion has died, and you're just doing it, just trying to keep up, basically. It's not really something that you are truly interested in. But with the 8 here, 8 of Wands, I think you're moving away from that false sense of comfort to something where you're much more engaged and passionate towards. Okay, let's see what else we have for Libra. January 2019. 6, 7, 8 as well. Yeah, so definitely movement, and movement away from something. So we have the 3 of Pentacles, and then we have the 3 of Wands in reverse, and we have the 7 of Pentacles. Okay, so you're not really waiting around anymore in your current position or your current job or whatever it is you do for money, your current career. You're not waiting around for things to get better anymore with the 3 of Wands in reverse. It's almost like you already acknowledge, like, the only reason I'm here is because I'm too comfortable. I need to keep moving, and I need to, like, kind of make those connections with other people. I need to start building something else, or put my effort towards something else, which is good. So we have we have you moving into some new endeavors, taking on some new endeavors in 2019, January 2019, or at least you wanting to, or, you know, that kind of entering your mental space of, okay, you're acknowledging that you're just comfortable, not necessarily doing what it is that you love, or that really engages you, or really kind of excites you. So I'm going to pull an oracle card for you for guidance. Let's see what we got. Overall, you got some great cards. Wheel of Fortune, the Star, the 6 of Swords. So really kind of moving into some newness, right? There's a lot of movement, I feel, for Libra in January 2019, which is great. Let's do one more shuffle. I can't really, yeah, until I get that good one that that I have, that I feel like I should stop with the shuffling. So we have, wow, abundance. How awesome is that? I mean, and also that goes with all of the beautiful cards you've gotten in your reading. So really looking forward to January 2019 for Libras. it's going to be a great month. You have a lot of beautiful new things coming in. Really try to focus your mind on receiving all of that abundance and kind of visualizing all of that being a possibility, right? Visualize you enjoying all of the abundance that may come from a new job, from leaving unhealthy or bad relationships, and from kind of just going with the flow, because that Wheel of Fortune card is a really good indicator, a really positive card, and really an indicator of your growth and expansion and movement towards beautiful things. So I hope you enjoyed the reading. Please let me know what you think in the comments, and if you did enjoy the reading, please hit the like button, and I hope you have a beautiful holiday season and a beautiful January 2019. Thank you.